Hello everyone, welcome back again. So, in the continuation of our video lectures, now we are shifting to the literature portion. So, today I'm going to take a very beautiful poetry of class 8. The name of the poetry is When I Set Out for Lyonnesse, that is from your Honeydew book, right? So, this poetry is very exemplarily composed by Thomashardy. So in this video you are going to learn about this poetry as well as the line to line explanation in the language English will be provided to you. Alright, and the Hindi explanation will be in another video. So let's proceed. So students, today we are going to begin with this video with the explanation of the poetry When I Set Out for Lyonnesse. In this you are going to get stanza wise explanation. Alright. So before moving to the original text, let's see some of the very important glossary here. See, the very first one is Lyonnesse. Okay, Lyonnesse is an imaginary place. So, the title of the poem here is When I Set Out for Lyonnesse. So, here the term Lyonnesse is not a particular place that you are able to found over a map. Right? So, it is a kind of an imaginary place. It is the imagination that has been created by Thomashardy. Alright. Second word is rhyme. The meaning of rhyme is frost. Alright. And the meaning of frost is ice crystal. Like in the winter season, it was chilled cold outside and the dew drops has been converted into ice crystal. The third one is the spray. See, whatever the meaning I am telling you right now is the symbolical meaning that has been given over the poetry, right? It's not the meaning that you are going to exactly in your dictionary, right? So these are the symbolical meaning. So let's see the spray, leaves and branches of trees, alright, and in short it is also called foliage. Means the leaves and branches falling over the trees is known as the spray in this poetry. The next one is dust. Okay, so dust means dared. It means boldness. In this poetry, the term dust has been used by the poet to display the boldness of him. Alright, next one is chance. Chance means happen or chance to happen. Means something is going to happen or it happened just by a chance. Next one is sojourn. Sojourn means stay at a place temporarily. Means you have gone for a short vacation, that will be a sojourn. Means you have gone somewhere for a temporary stay, not a permanent one, right? Next one is radiance. Radiance means glow, shine. Alright, and the last one is, it's very important, lonesomeness. Okay, the meaning of lonesomeness is a disposition towards being lone. We can say in very shorter way that lonesomeness means loneliness. When you feel very much isolated and lonely, so that period of time is known as lonesomeness period. Alright, so these are the very important glossary for the poem When I Set Out for Lyonnesse. Let's move to the stanza first here. So students, as you can see at your screen right now, I'm just going to read out the stanza for you. So please be attentive. So here I start. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray and starlight lit my lonesomeness. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away. Alright, so this is the stanza first. Let's understand line to line explanation of the very first stanza. See, here the poet, so who's the poet? Obviously the answer will be Thomashardy. So we can call the composer of the poem is the central figure of this poetry. Alright, Thomashardy himself imagined in the situation that he went out for Lyonnesse for some particular kind of work and something very great and something exemplary happened to him. Right, then after returning from Lyonnesse, all kind of positive changes we can feel that the poet was extremely happy after a sojourn, that is a temporary stay over Lyonnesse. So again I am reading it. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away. So Thomas Hardy is telling us that he set out for Lyonnesse. Lyonnesse is a kind of an imaginary place, right? And that is 100 miles away from his home. So he is telling us the distance, that is there is a place Lyonnesse and it is set out 100 miles away from his home. And further he is saying, the Rhine was on the spray and starlight lit my lonesomeness. Means to say that he is telling us about the atmosphere when he set out for Lyonnesse. Alright, he's saying that the Rhine was on the spray, means the whole journey when he set out for Lyonnesse is completely filled with Rhine, that is the ice crystal. So it is denoting that the atmosphere was extremely cold and winter season is at its peak, and when he set out his journey at the night, everything around him was just frozen, right? Even the leaves and branches of the tree just get frozen due to the chilled winter season, right? So this line is displaying about the atmosphere around when he was setting to the Lyonnesse. And the next line, and starlight lit my lonesomeness. So he was telling us it was a dark night and nobody is accompanying with him. So who is giving company to the author, to the composer of this poem? So the company has been given by the starlight, that the dim light produced by the star who are accompanying Thomas Hardy. So here is saying that my loneliness is overcome by the dim star light, because nobody was with me, neither my friend nor any companion. So only the starlights are there. Alright, again the repetition of the two lines. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away. Means to say that, students, in the very first stanza, here the poet is telling us about the start of his journey when he was started to the place, that is Lyonnesse, right? So here I am just reading the stanza explanation and I have written here, so it will be very much convenient for you all to note it down. In this stanza, we see that the poet set out for Lyonnesse, which was situated 100 miles away. It was winter and the weather was extremely cold. The shine in the night sky helped him when he was lonely. He had no idea what would happen during his stay at Lyonnesse. So the first stanza is all about the explanation of the atmosphere around the poet when he was started or setting his journey to an imaginary place, that is Lyonnesse. Alright, so here one important information I would like to add here. As you can see at your screen, there is a repetition of the lines, when I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away, and this stanza is also closed by the same line. So this is a figure of speech named as anaphora. Right, so I'm just giving this additional information to you. We are going to take literary devices of all these stanzas at the last of our video. Alright, dear students, so that's all for today. We have completed the stanza first. In our next video, we are going to continue with the stanza second. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much for your listening.